Tiki from the Lagoon of Mystery, my home tiki bar in Central Texas. The inspiration for this web series comes from David Fantomatic, the mad genius behind Marooned, a Texas Tiki podcast. So any complaints about the quality or content of this program, please address to David. His contact information will be in the show notes. For more than a year, David has, for lack of a better term, harassed me to launch a podcast on tiki bar builds, the techniques and approaches for building a home tiki bar. The idea being that I would share my knowledge so you wouldn't have to repeat the mistakes that I've done, avoid reinventing the wheel, as it were. This didn't really set with me because inherently building and build-alongs are a visual medium, so I didn't think it would translate very well to a podcast. On the other hand, video offers me the chance to actually show the steps and the progress that I'm doing and the techniques. So here we are. I don't know where this is really going to take me. I'm going to focus, at least initially, on some of the bar building techniques that I have used and am using, as no tiki bar is ever complete, and mine certainly is not complete. I'm also probably going to venture into some types of cocktail mixing, mixology, to use that loaded term, and book reviews, just different things, anything to do with tiki. So I can't guarantee what this is specifically going to entail or where this trip is going to take us, but I can assure you without a doubt that this will be a low budget, non-professional production. So that's from me to you, my promise to you, that we're going to be amateurish in every way, probably juvenile too. So for today, we are going to discuss bamboo, the lifeblood and bones of any tiki bar. Bamboo is the basic building block of pretty much any tiki bar, home or commercial otherwise. You can get bamboo by ordering online. There are a bunch of different suppliers, but bamboo is also something that you can get on your own for little or no cost. I happen to have access to a patch of running bamboo that is kind of contained, and I was very lucky to find quite a few very thick culms growing there. I believe, I'm not a bamboo expert, but I believe it is golden bamboo, which was widely planted throughout Texas in the 70s. Usually the culms are 1 inch, 1.5 inches. These are 2 inches across in width, and so they were roughly 30 feet long when I cut them down, so I was able to get 2 10-foot sections out of each that are pretty thick and durable, really good for timber use, load-bearing, structural use. Now, when you have your bamboo, commercial bamboo is chemically treated to kill any insects and to preserve it. I don't have the ability to chemically treat the bamboo with the commercial products, but there is a more traditional, old-fashioned way of curing bamboo, treating bamboo, and that's flame treatment. So here I have just a basic Bernzomatic torch. I have my culms of bamboo, and I apply flame very evenly. This is very simple. You can get larger torches, depending on what you want to do. If you want to go super traditional, you can build a pit fire and then roast it over there. There's videos online of people in Asia treating bamboo that way, but for my purposes and the limited amount of bamboo that I have, this works pretty well. And when you apply the flame to the bamboo, you can immediately see a color change. It lightens slightly, that's preliminary, and also you can see some of the resin that's inherent to the bamboo come to the surface. You keep applying the heat, evenly spacing it out, and you'll see the brown, which is almost pixelated. It happens instantly. It turns tan, keep going back and forth, and you get that shift from the green to the traditional tannish brown bamboo color. You want to keep moving. If you hold the flame in one position too long, you're going to scorch. You know, little brown patches are fine, gives it character, but when you hold it too long, it blackens, and that's no fun. And once this heat change happens, the bamboo is locked in place. It's going to be rigidly committed to that shape. So if you have smaller pieces of bamboo you bend in shape into furniture or lamps or other decorative items, once you take that green bamboo and heat treat it, it's going to retain that shape. It's not going to try and revert to its straight position. I like to do it one node at a time. Go between the joints. Sometimes on bamboo you'll have much closer nodes, in which case you can do multiple ones at once. I said this isn't the proper official way. It's my approach to the style, the technique. And also, when they get to the nodes, I always like to burn them just a little bit more so you get that contrast, get a little more dark. And that sets it off, gives some visual cues there once it's put into position, however you want to use it in your tiki bar. And you can also use this outdoors. My tiki bar is outdoors. I used bamboo that I treated this way to build a gate for my dog kennel. Now, once you've reached a point where the bamboo is sufficiently changed in color, take just a regular rag and wipe it down. All that resin that has bubbled up, you're going to spread it around and evenly coat that section of the comb. And this will act as a water barrier, gives it some protection from the elements. Now, being a natural substance, this resin, if it's outside, is going to weather away over the course of a year. But if it's interior, you probably won't ever have to treat the bamboo again. It's nice and glossy and in great shape. And once the bamboo dries out, because this bamboo that I just harvested has a lot of moisture in it, and so that water has to dry out, migrate out of the bamboo, just like any type of harvested wood. You'll have a light, hard piece that looks like this. And you can cut it, use it like wood. Word of caution, bamboo likes to split, even the thicker pieces, thicker walled pieces like this. So if you're going to apply it, put it inside, outside, nail it up or screw it up, it's best to drill pilot holes through there for the drill or the nail to go, which greatly reduces splitting. Another thing I wanted to share about bamboo is that no two culms are alike. For some reason, on occasion, they will grow in contorted, convoluted manner, like this piece right here. It's not particularly straight, but this adds a great deal of visual interest. And if you can find these, it's always fun to come up with specific uses for them that highlight that contorted nature. Now, if you can't find wild, unkempt, or private bamboo forests growing around from which to harvest your culms, another good trick is to look on Craigslist. You can set up alerts on Craigslist with keywords, bamboo being one of them. Around my area in Central Texas, spring and fall seem to be times when people go and chop down and trim back their bamboo around their homes or farms or wherever they happen to have it. And they will often put up ads on Craigslist saying free bamboo, come and take it. If there is a Craigslist that covers your area, then set up an alert for bamboo, and who knows, you might get lucky. One more thing before I leave you, let you go. I don't really see this mentioned much online, if at all, but when bamboo is roasted like this, it emits this really cool odor. It's hard to describe. It's not really like a campfire. It's not like burning grass or anything like that. For me, the best explanation is it reminds me of the smell of roasting hot dogs at a baseball game in the spring. Now that's a very weirdly specific, evocative image, and it doesn't smell exactly like that, but it reminds me of that. So I think that's one of the perks of torching bamboo like this, because it really smells good. I hope you found this moment of tiki to be useful and informative. I had fun putting it together. This is something I had to do anyway, so why not film it and share it. Until next time, good luck on your home tiki bar builds, and aloha from the Lagoon of Mystery.